Okay. 3 days to election day. It's 3 days to election day. So we've taken nothing for granted. Miguelia and the Camilo crew have worked incredibly hard. But now is the time to continue to push it forward. That's why we're assembled here today. We're assembled here in Ewen Park. We're assembled here in the Boogie Down Bronx on this beautiful Sunday to reconfirm our commitment to the candidacy of Miguelia Camilo, and just to say that we're going to continue to push this forward through Tuesday. We have a lot of great members of labor here, so shout out to labor. We can't do anything without labor. The carpenters are here, 32 BJs here. Do we have other members of labor in the house? The mason tenders are in the house. And so, see our borough president, she gets excited. I want you to hear from each of our elected officials who are supporting Miguelia, and they're going to talk to you about why they're supporting her and how important it is. The first he's going to be able to represent this area in Congress. He's been doing a hell of a job in Congress. He did an incredible job as a council member. The superlatives about Richie Torres are far and wide, as is his commitment to the Boogie Down Bronx. Congressman Richie Torres. So we're in the final stretch. Are we going to bring this home? Yeah! Are we going to bring this home? Yeah! So we are on the verge of making history, because if elected, Miguelia would be the first Latina to represent a full Bronx Senate district. Yeah! And she would be the only Dominican woman in the state Senate. Yeah! And a wise person once said, if you don't have a seat at the table, then you're probably on the menu. Of course. And she's going to see to it that the Bronx has a powerful seat in the state Senate. But make no mistake, you're an underdog. But you've been an underdog your whole life. Right? You came here as an immigrant. You're the daughter of a bodega owner. You were the first to put yourself through college and then law school. And now you're running as a first-time candidate against an established elected official who's been entrenched in office for a long time, chairs a powerful committee. So you're the underdog, but we can win this, because the coalition you have built is broad and the grassroots energy is deep, and you are as much a unifier as you are an underdog. Right? You're in the business of lifting people up, not tearing them down. Yes. Of building bridges, not burning them. Yes. And this race is not only about Miguelia, it's about the unity of the Bronx. Yes, most important. Because if there is a county in New York State that needs unified leadership, it is the Bronx. Yes. It is the Bronx. Right? If we do not fight for the Bronx with a united front, no one else will. We will be left behind without unified leadership. Always have been and always will be. And so we need the unity that Miguelia represents. She represents the unity in the service of building a better Bronx. We have incredible elected officials, but we are more powerful as a team than we are as individuals. The sum is greater, the whole is greater. I'm getting old. The whole is greater than the sum. You know, I call myself an elder statesman at age 34. So I say, like, Miguelia is going to be like an android to my BlackBerry. I was once the young, exciting elected, and now. But she represents the kind of elected leadership we need, and she has the most important ingredient, which is character. Right? She's a better person. She's going to be a better public servant. And I'm looking forward to calling you not only my friend, but State Senator Miguelia Camilo. Give it up one more time. So we're talking about glass ceiling shatterers. When you hear that glass break, it's not like, those of us who used to watch wrestling back in the day, we know when Stone Cold Steve Austin used to come in and he used to break the glass, but Vanessa Gibson has broken glass in a much better way. She has shown women in this borough that it is possible for you to be the borough president. Not only is it possible, you can do it. And not only can you do it, you can be responsive. First week in office, First week in office, one of the worst fires in the history of this borough. Vanessa didn't sleep before she was the borough president. I don't know if she sleeps during it, but during that first week, she damn sure didn't sleep because she was making sure that she was committed to the borough. That commitment to the borough continues. Her commitment to the candidacy of Miguelia Camilo continues. Our first black woman borough president. Y'all know her. Vanessa Gibson.
All right, all right. Are we fired up? Yes. Are we ready to win this on Tuesday? I am so excited to be here. We are in the home stretch. Family, brothers and sisters, our friends in labor, elected officials, all of our volunteers, staff members. We have done a tremendous amount of work, and on Tuesday we will celebrate this victory. I am so proud to be a part of this team, Equipo Camilo, Team Miguelina, because it's important to make sure that we stand with those that stand with us. And all of you know the story of Miguelina, a Latina, a Dominicana, the daughter of a bodeguero, an immigrant, 18B attorney for 10 years, representing so many indigent clients here in Bronx County. She is someone who we can count on through and through. And we are just so proud of the momentum. Hey, make some noise, y'all. Hey! We are just so proud of the momentum that this campaign has brought over these last several weeks and months. I have been knocking on doors with Miguelina almost every week, from Riverdale to Morris Park to Kingsbridge. We have been all over, and the energy out there is so exciting. People are excited to vote for Miguelina for New York State Senate. And we have to make sure we keep building on that in these last several days, because they don't expect us to come out and vote. It's the middle of the summer, and there's a lot of voter apathy, and people don't expect us to come out. But guess what? On Tuesday, we will prove them wrong. We will show them the power of voting. We will show them that when the people stand together, when we are united, when we build a coalition of elected officials and labor, nothing can stop us. And so we are just here to just bring this victory home, to just make sure that Miguelina is showered with love and with support. And with all of us, we are going to win this campaign. I am so excited. Not only because I know Miguelina deserves this, but I know it's her time. As a first-time candidate, and all of my colleagues, we have been first-time candidates. We remember when folks have counted us out. They didn't believe us. They doubted our candidacy. A lot of folks didn't think we can win our elections. But guess what? We proved them wrong. And on Tuesday, we are going to prove all those naysayers wrong once again. And so we are just asking all of you in the next several days. Today is the last day of early voting. And tomorrow we're going to be on doors again at train stations doing visibility. And on Tuesday, let's bring this victory home and make history here in the Bronx by electing our friend, our sister, Miguelia Camilo, as our next New York State Senator. Yeah, make some noise, y'all. Yeah, we got this, y'all. We got this.
All right, RBP. So we're here in a place called Riverdale. And it's a place that's been represented by the able hands of the dean of our New York State Assembly delegation, the chair of our codes committee, my codes committee counterpart. And when you talk about values about making sure that the Bronx is a better place, Jeff Dinowitz has been doing it at a high level for many years, and I don't see him slowing down, folks. I see his energy ramping up in the work that he's been able to do to keep people in their houses, to make sure that our justice system is fairer, and to understand that there's a balance that is required throughout our society has been nothing short of great. The Dean of our Assembly delegation, Jeff Dinowitz.
Thank you. Thank you to our great chair and our great state senator, Jamal Bailey. He's right. My energy level keeps going up. I don't know why, but it does. A lot of people complained about the August primary. I love this primary. Don't love the weather so much, but I love the fact that we have people coming together in this important campaign. And you know, if you look around, I believe that every elected official that covers the Senate district, elected officials who live in the Bronx, that is, who cover the Senate district, with the exception of the other candidate, are here today. What does that tell you? Miguelia Camilo has been able to assemble a broad, a diverse coalition of every single person who represents the voters of the 33rd District. People know both candidates, and they've chosen Miguelia. And I know, I am very confident that she is going to deliver for our community. You know, we have in my end of the district, we have a lot of people who care, as throughout the district, care about this race. I should acknowledge the president of the Benjamin Franklin Reform Democratic Club, Virginia Croppinger, is here. And our Democratic State Committeeman, Michael Heller, is here. But people are looking for something different than what we have in this Senate race. And Miguelia has lived in New York for almost her entire life, but she really represents the story of so many New Yorkers. She came here as a 2-year-old. Her family, her father had a bodega. They built a small business, which she was part of during her teen years, and that's when she started helping people. And she's done that ever since. First to go to college, she went to law school, and she's done so much in a relatively short period of time to help the people of the Bronx, and that's something which I think is important. She also happens to be the only candidate who lives in the district. Can't help myself, sorry. But I am feeling very good. I've knocked on doors with Miguelia, without Miguelia, and what I've noticed is one thing. There's a lot of enthusiasm out there for her. I am feeling really good because of the door knocking. I spent a lot of hours this week at the polling place just 2 blocks from here, and you can't always tell how everybody's voting, but you know how a lot of the people are voting, and I'm feeling really good about that. I also know that so many people have come out to vote just from our community, and you know, I think I'm good at reading elections. So yes, of course she's the underdog. She's running against a longtime elected official who, by the way, ran with the support of the Bronx Democratic Party many times. So that makes her the underdog. But the fact that people are reacting so positively makes me feel very confident. So I am looking forward to Tuesday night. I am looking forward to her victory. I'm looking forward to several good victories on Tuesday night. Okay, we could start now. Can you see him?
Why don't I have a Camilo shirt?
So we have 2 future senators standing with us today. We have a future assemblyman. We have the diverse coalition that represents the entire Northwest Bronx. So I would say we're in a pretty good position if we spend the next 2.5 days working hard. So I thank everybody for coming out, and I look forward to being at the victory party, but not before 9 o'clock. Don't get there before 9 because we have to work every last minute. So thank you all. Here's our chair.
Thank you so much.
Camilo, Miguelina Camilo.
And I guess that means Kenny Augusto is in the building.
Speaking of professional wrestling.
So I was having a conversation with the next person that's going to speak, and I forgot that I've known him this long. I know we went to high school together, but I forgot that we went to elementary school together. And so he's someone that I've literally grown up with. But I've seen him grow as a member of the city council. I've seen him grow as a district leader. I've seen him grow as a teacher, as a parent to the Twinowits, as just a concerned community member. And one of the best things that you can do is when you think about people and elected officials, you think about them not in their role, but as who they are. And Eric Dinowitz is a hell of a council member. He's an incredible council member, but he's an even better father and husband. And that's something that you really have to think about in who you have, Riverdale. And so, one of the best that we have doing it, Councilman Eric Dinowitz.
Good afternoon, everyone. Are you all excited for Miguelina? Are you all excited for Miguelina? 2 more days. And you've heard this. I'm going to put this. You can all hear me, right? Yeah. All right.
You're a teacher.
This is my my teacher voice. This is also my talking to constituent voice. Hey, you. So I am so excited. And you've heard this time and again. You're looking around. I see every, or almost every elected that represents the people of the Bronx here. I see labor here. But for me, this race is extremely personal. And every time I'm here at this spot, this particular spot at Ewen Park, I get excited and I get a little emotional. Because that building right there, that complex is where I grew up. And that's the building where I was as a young single man. My wife and I moved in there together. We live in a bigger place now. This hill was where I used to sled down during the winters. I don't know why my dad and mom let me, because as you can see, it's a death trap, but I did. This is where I grew up. What? I didn't tell you. I don't know. Down the block, you heard I was a teacher. Down the block is where I was a teacher. This very spot, this neighborhood is so important to me. And now it is so important to my family, to my kids who are now 7 years old. This is the neighborhood where I'm raising my children. This is not just another race for me. This is not someplace across the state, across the city where, oh, I know that person, they're my friend, I share values. This is a spot where this person is going to be my senator. They're going to be the senator for my children. When I go around door to door, knocking with her or knocking without her, the one very important thing, aside from shared values, aside from all the values we share about housing, about loud cars, about education, all of those shared values, more important than that is the personal connection she makes with everyone. And how every single person that I speak to at the doors and that I see on the corner, they have this sense of knowing her. And I think fundamentally, when I look at the other elected officials, I think fundamentally that is what our job is about. It's about the people that we represent and understanding them and fighting for them. And I cannot be more excited to support and endorse, knock doors and make phone calls for Miguelina. So I ask everyone here one thing. Well, not everyone, because you may be running for Senate somewhere else, but everyone here, one thing. If you are gonna volunteer for Already Tuesday, I ask you to sign up for an extra shift. If you ain't doing nothing tomorrow, make some phone calls tomorrow. Because her campaign has done an incredible job identifying the voters, but it does nothing if we don't get them out to vote. So today, after all the speeches, I'm going to volunteer with the campaign manager, Sam, over there.
Yes, Sam!
Who I know has been working incredibly hard. Sign up for a shift. Sign up for an extra shift. Make sure people see you out there at the poll sites. They know who the candidate is. Make sure you get those voters out who've already said that they're going to vote for Miguelina to come out there and vote, because she's going to win.
Yes!
You didn't have the mic, but that was a mic drop moment. And so, often, I'm an unconventional kind of guy, right? And so sometimes I don't quote scriptures, I quote lyrics, and sometimes I go from the book of Hope. Nobody wins when the family feuds. What's better than one Latina senator? Two, Assemblymember Natalia Fernandez. Come on out.
Natalia, also for Senate!
So it's true. I am leaving the greatest 80th Assembly District, and I am running for Senate. So a little cheers on that.
You're not leaving. You're not leaving.
But what I'm gonna gain is a partner. I'm gonna gain a partner to the 80th, to the Northeast Bronx community, and it's a representative that I know the 80th deserves.
Woo!
I know that they need somebody with empathy, with compassion, that is a brilliant lawyer, that has a background that all of us can relate to, the daughter of immigrants, the daughter of a boguedero. You have a story that we connect to. You have a story that we can feel. And your journey is one that we've been on. We felt your passion, we felt your diligence, we felt your love for this community, and I feel this win coming.
Woo!
Yeah. So the state senate, I'm excited to see it next year, hoping that we all get what we need for our Bronx, which is 2 strong leaders. But for this district, for the West, and for the 80th Assembly District, I am incredibly excited. And I will be there too, even though I'm going to be a little busy on election day. We border,
And it's important to me that Morris Park, Pelham Parkway, Little Yemen, Van Ness, that they know that they have somebody that will be there for them as I've been there for them. That they're going to have somebody that will listen and deliver for them as the Bronx has continued to deliver for its districts. And what I love, the theme is unity, because together, this crowd does show that you have been able to build coalition, build bridges, and together we're going to continue to build success for this borough. So please, take a third shift. Make another call. Donate another dollar. Because we need to make sure that Miguelina wins, and when she wins, the Bronx wins.
Thank you. We're gonna keep it in the assembly. We're gonna keep it with somebody who is a luchadora herself. She's somebody who understands the value of an organization. She's someone who understands the value that as a party, as a borough, we move forward, but we move forward only together in a positive manner. If you want to go far, go along. If you want to go fast, go alone. If you want to go far, go together. In her brief tenure in the New York State Assembly, after fighting for her community for many years, she's delivered on so many of the promises that her neighbors have wanted. Assemblywoman Rebecca Tapia.
El martes ganaremos. Tuesday we will win. That's what I said in Spanish. Tuesday we will win. You know, I heard all the stories about Miguelina, her life, and all that. But I mean, when she graduated from law school, more than 10 years ago, somebody called me and said, you know, I have a Dominican lawyer that she just graduated from law school, and she wants to work for the community. She wants to do things for the community. And I couldn't find nobody better than you to take it on the wings. So I said, okay, bring it in. I need a lot of lawyers because our community needs a lot of lawyers. And let me tell you, Miguelina changed the life of so many families in the Bronx. Because, I mean, she was there day in and day out in family court, in civil court, in criminal court, just representing the most vulnerable in our community that didn't have any money to pay. But they needed somebody to be advocating for them and fighting for them there. Miguelina did that for more than 10 years. That's how I know Miguelina. And that's how I know how good she's gonna be to this community, that we are gonna elect her on Tuesday, and we are celebrating today her election because it's gonna happen. We're just saying that she's gonna win on Tuesday. I mean, and the fact that all of us are united, and the chairman said it right. I never believe that we can do anything by ourselves, because I'm not an island. And to do things, we have to build coalition. We have to create teams. We have to be able to work together, and we have to be able to actually coalesce when the times come. And I think that's the only way we have done it in the Bronx. And this is the only way we're going to win on Tuesday. And this coalition that you have been able to build tells it all, says it all, that we are ready. I have 15 volunteers today working for you and for the Bronx, doing all the churches and making sure we are starting the GOTV this afternoon. And let me tell you, my district, the 20 EDs that I have in my district, you are gonna win every single one of them. And that's a fact. That's a fact. You are gonna see every single one of them. We are starting GOTV to get today again. I have knocked dozens of doors, and you know, like Vanessa says, when she said, "Is the borough president?" Everybody come from the store. When I say, "Is your assembly member?" You don't let come to the door. I mean, so that's the way we knock doors. So what I'm saying is, I feel so good how this campaign, this campaign it is today. Because I mean, we are ready for Tuesday. We are ready, you are ready for Albany. And I need a partner in Albany. So I am going to welcome you in Albany because I mean, we need to work together. I love coalitions. I love partnerships because that's the way it's done. Thank you for all of you that are come here supporting Miguelina. She deserves it. There is a one Miguelina in many, many, many families here in the Bronx that have a daughter like her, and they haven't had the opportunity to go to college and to do what their parents did for her. And we have to fight for that because we have a lot of Miguelina. And it's true. The American dream can be achieved. And this is what the American dream means. And this is what it is. Thank you all. Miguelina will win. Tuesday, we will win. Tuesday, we will win. Tuesday, we will win.
El martes ganamos. El martes ganamos. El martes ganamos.
Hey, New York City. Sorry, I get a little out of hand sometimes. But so I wanted to make sure I shout out the Assembly Labor Chair. Her throat is bothering her a little bit. She doesn't want to necessarily speak. She just wants to say hello. Assemblymember Latoya Jones. She's playing hurt. Her voice hurts, but she's playing hurt because she's out here for Miguelina.
All right, everyone. I will be brief because we know we have a couple of hours before the elections. We know that the Bronx, we don't have the highest numbers of people coming out to vote. So each, time is money, right? And we need to go out, as they said, knock on doors, encourage voters to come out and vote because it's important. And as was already previously mentioned, everybody from all parts of the Bronx are out here for one clear choice. And there is no other choice but Miguelina. I've been in this business for long enough where you see elected officials sometimes sit on the sidelines, calculate what's in their best interest of who to support. And in this race there, everybody came together without hesitation because we know that Miguelina is the best choice for the Bronx. The Bronx reputation is on the line. The county organization is on the line. Our heart is on the line. The Bronx pride is on the line. And there's no other person that I could see that we would go this great of a length for, but for Miguelina. Because we believe in her. We believe in everything that she's done, the work that she's already put in. It's evident. It's completely evident. And as someone who went away to law school myself to create a better life for yourself, it speaks volumes to me that you came back to the Bronx, not only for yourself and your family, but you come back to help all of the Bronx families here, and that speaks volumes, especially to me. It will be a sad loss for my office because we would usually always call Miguelina for referrals for attorneys, on different matters, divorce, child support, everybody. We would always call Miguelina. Miguelina would be the one who would give us great referrals to attorneys who would help our constituents. So we're going to be sad to lose you in that capacity, but we are so excited to see you take on even more challenges because we know that you're going to deliver not only for your district, but for the Bronx as a whole. And again, let's go out there and convince voters that there is no other choice but Miguelina. So thank you.
Mr. Chairman, point of personal privilege.
Talk to me, Kenny.
Ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Chairman, Madam President, colleagues, Bronxites, we are here united as never before. This is not about personalities. This is not friendship or enemyship. This is about what is important for the Bronx. A wise man said, politics is who gets what, and if you're not at the table, you're what? You're on the menu. So you are going to be charged on January the 1st to follow these great elected officials in providing, because what's important to me, constituent services. 1/3 is Albany, 1/3 is community, and 1/3 is constituent services. And some people with vowels in their names, I don't know, that's me. We don't do it. So I need you to provide that one and only constituent services, and I know you're going to deliver because I work for a lawyer and I play one on TV, and we're going to do good stuff. And when we need help, we call each other, and we're with you because when we're family, we're the Bailey Bunch. We are the Bailey Bunch in so many other ways. We're here. So I tell you, everybody, neighborhood, Ewen Park, Riverdale, the Bronx, we are here. We are going to work. We're going to work. We're going to win, and you will deliver.
All right, Kenny. Thank you, Kenny. Now we have some more colleagues that we need to hear from. We still got some colleagues that we need to hear from. Kenny, you jumped the line, brother. Well, I felt your excitement. You jumped the line. I gotta hear from our Democratic nominee. He's going to be our assemblyman on January 1st, George Alvarez. Thank you.
Let me follow your step now, Benowitz. All right? So it's gonna be quick.
You have to project louder than Kenny.
And there we go. It's gonna be quick. I know that we are heroes right now, putting Miguelina where she is at this point. But on Tuesday, we have to become superheroes to make sure that we move every single voter that we identify to come out on Tuesday and vote for her. Right? So that's my own request that I have. And this is personal request. This is not about Miguelina anymore. This is about you, me. It's about the whole Bronx. It's about the whole community. And we have to make sure that on Tuesday, the same feeling that I have right now is the same feeling that everybody has. Tuesday is going to be a good night. It's going to be a good night. And that's the feelings that I have. And we're going to keep working for Miguelina from now until Tuesday. We're going to make sure that she, on Tuesday, got the Senate for her. Miguelina, thank you.
Miguelina. So we're going to keep it in Northeast Bronx. Now I spoke about Eric Benowitz, but this guy, he created the dad gang. He's changing the narrative for black fatherhood. You talk about destroying narratives. You're talking about taking away what they once thought that we didn't do. You're talking about stepping up and representing. I say this a lot. On January 6th, it was an insurrection, but Kevin Riley was sworn into the city council, and it was a resurrection. This is my brother. This is somebody I've known for about 25, 30 years. Councilmember Kevin Riley.
Ladies and gentlemen, the one, the only, the incomparable Kevin Riley.
You know, I was gonna say everything that Kenny said, Miguelina, so I'm just gonna keep it short. No, but seriously, running a campaign isn't easy. I had 2 campaigns I had to run back to back. I had to run a campaign in the dead of winter by Christmas time. I had to run another campaign right after that. Running campaigns aren't easy. You have to collect money. You have to get people to support you. You have to get people to go out there and knock doors for you. You have to make people make phone calls for you. We're all here to support you, Miguelina, because we believe in you.
That's right.
And when people came out, they believed in me. It was so overwhelming for me at that time. When I did a rally just like this, you can ask people. I was crying at my rally.
That's right.
It was overwhelming because people really support you and they believe in you. And we really believe in you. And it's now time in the Bronx, but we have a lot of issues in the Bronx. It's time for us to stop elected officials who always want to go against the grain. It's time for us to stop that, because we have to. Yeah, you can clap it up.
That's right.
That's right.
That's right.
Wepa. Because all the elected officials here, we might not share the same ideologies, but we can work together, and that's important. In order to get the Bronx to a better place, we have to work together. And this is why we're all here supporting Miguelina, because she has a great character, she has a great personality, and she's willing to work with all the elected officials in the Bronx. So Miguelina, we're going to continue to support you, and you got this on 2 years. Right?
We're going to keep it in the council. When he came down the stairs early this morning, he looked like a tenured college professor. But one thing that in his tenure I spoke about with the VP, with the Twin Parks fire, Councilmember Oswald Felice jumped right in to make sure that the families were taken care of, not just during the day, because it's okay to give somebody a blanket, some food, and then pat them on their back and send them on their way. It is another thing to be the chair of a subcommittee invested in the fire safety of our borough, and that has continued the work, and you have continued that work in many ways, and we're glad to have you here, Councilmember Oswald Felice.
Hello, Riverdale. If you're ready to win this on Tuesday, make some noise. I didn't hear that. If you're ready to send Miguelia Camilo to the New York State Senate, make some noise. I proudly represent a pretty nice portion of this Senate district. I'm also a lifelong resident of this Senate district, and I'm also a lifelong voter of this district. And I'm here to say that I am proud and I'm honored to support Miguelina, to endorse Miguelina, but also say that I'll be voting for Miguelina. simple. The reasons are simple. This is a district of working families. So many families with so many needs. And the story of the people of this district is the story of Miguelina and her family. Daughter of bodegueros that work so hard every single day of the week, long hours at all hours of the day, very early and also very late. And there's no better person in this race that could represent the people of this district than the daughter of bodegueros, and the daughter of working families, someone that perfectly understands the needs and the challenges that they face. So I'm really proud and I'm really honored to join all of you supporting Miguelia Camilo, our next state senator of this district. And also, let me say that the future of the Bronx is worth fighting for. And sometimes fighting is not easy. But I want to thank Miguelina for stepping up to the plate. And I also want to thank all the faces that I'm seeing here today. I've seen the same faces every single step of this journey. And I'm really thankful to all of you for joining Miguelia Camilo in her journey to the New York State Senate. And last but not least, I've heard some poof.
You want to contribute, please.
So I want to join the party. Let me say that, this district faces many challenges, including and especially the portion of the district that I represent in the city council. And I'll just say this, we need partners. We need partners to fight with us and help us resolve the challenges that we face. We need partners that are going to help us amplify the voices of this district at every level, in the city council, assembly, senate, Congress, at every level. We need partners. And that partner is Miguelia Camilo. We need partners. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Councilmember, please. So we talk about the Bronx, but I want you to realize that district lines are really arbitrary, right? In my Senate district, I represent the Bronx and Mount Vernon. As you drive on Kingsbridge Road, you can't tell when it turns into Bussin Avenue. When you drive on Pittman Avenue, you can't tell when it turns into East Sanford Boulevard. The reality is that the concerns and issues that the Bronx and Westchester County have are inextricably intertwined. And our reality is that if we don't start thinking bigger than our block, if we don't start thinking larger than our zip code, we are doomed to fail, not just because of the unity that we've been speaking about, but if the Bronx is not okay, then Westchester is not okay.
That's right.
And if Westchester is not okay, then Rockland's not okay.
That's right.
And if the Bronx, Westchester, and Rockland aren't okay, the Democratic Party isn't okay.
That's right.
So we got to do better. And one of the young lions that we have coming out of Westchester County, he's a county legislator, and I almost literally wore the same shirt today. That Ralph level, y'all know. It's not just the Bronx thing, as you can see. The Book of Polo. Rest in peace, Benny. But in all seriousness, he's worked in the Bronx. He understands the Bronx, but he's representing Mount Vernon. County Legislator Tyrell Hudson Samuels.
I want y'all to give another big round of applause for Chairman Bailey. Appreciate you, Kenny. So we're a part of the Bailey Bunch as well in the city of Mount Vernon, money earning Mount Vernon, as I like to call it, because we have one of the best senators in the state.
That's right.
Jamal Bailey, represent our interests. And like you said, many of the issues that face the city of Mount Vernon face the Bronx, face New York City, face the state. And I know Miguelina is going to be a wonderful, wonderful addition to the state legislature, because you may not be representing me and my constituents, but you'll still be voting and advocating on issues that have statewide implication. And so I know that you are the best person for this position. Now, I will say your reputation precedes you. You know, I didn't know you personally before this race, but off the strength of your chairman and also my good friend Jason lately, I heard good things about you. When I finally met you, and the integrity, the energy, your values, they lined up with mine. And so I got in a little trouble with my local party for endorsing you when the lines were initially in Westchester. But good trouble. Good trouble. You got to stand on something, right? And so I'm also a son of immigrants, and so I know that journey, right? We stand on their shoulders. And look at you, you're their wildest dreams, Miguelina. You're about to be sworn in the state senate in a very soon. They get to the primary, then the general. But I just want to say to everybody here, we all have a role to play. We all have to knock doors. We all have to phone bank. We have to run through the tape on Tuesday. We can't take anything for granted. And so I'll be doing my part. We'll be banging the phones up for you up in Mount Vernon, New York, and we'll get this done. So good luck to you, and God bless. Thank you, everybody.
Thank you. So now we get to hear from the candidate. You get to hear why the reason that we're here. You get to hear why your hands may be a little sore from knocking on doors. You get to see why the shoe leather has been worn out. You get to hear from the person that you believe in. And what I can tell you is that everything that everybody said about her is unequivocally true. What I can also tell you about this race is that this race is not, has not, it will never be about someone else. This race is about the people. That is what every race is about. It's not about going against. It is about going for. As public servants, our vocation is one to work for people. We are employed by the people within our district. Whether they vote for us or not, we have a responsibility to ensure that we work for them. And so, when we collectively, and they talk about organizations, but when we collectively had a conversation, and we thought about who would be the best to represent, when we thought about it, and we asked Miguelina, and she thought about it, and she said yes, that was a collective conversation. But it's not just about the collective, it's about her tenacity. It's about the fact that she understands who doesn't have. It's about she understands that representation actually matters. It's about understanding being the only Latina in the courtroom sometimes, right, mates? You were the only one in the courtroom sometimes, because I was there. I know what it's like. You know what it's like times two. You have the immigrant experience. You come from a family, a line of hard work, and people are seeing that. And quite frankly, Madam Borough President, our motto on the borough is Ne Quede Malis. It means yield not to evil. So we advance all the more boldly against it, and she will advance. And on Tuesday, she's going to advance from Salcedo, al Senado. Miguelina Camilo!
Miguelina Camilo! Hey!
Y'all got me emotional, and I need to keep working till Tuesday. Thank you, everyone who's here. I want to look at you all in the eye, take a moment to hug and embrace each of you, because you have all stood by me. And it's been a very long 7 months, unexpectedly longer than what we first thought, right, Ed? Yes. My man, my morning big man. And it is overwhelming, the feelings that keep you going every day when you're so tired. And you keep going, not for yourself, but for every person that you've met, every person that is in need, every person that doesn't understand why you're doing this, and what's a senator, and what do you mean that the lines changed. That has been the bulk of the work. And what has been most rewarding, and no offense to all of you who have supported me, endorsed me, it has meant everything to have your support. But what is most rewarding is when that voter understands that I can help them and I can bring their voice to Albany. And that if I knock on their door today and say something, it's because I'm actually going to do it. And we're speaking things into existence. We're talking about celebrating on Tuesday. I'm wearing a shirt that says Senadora, Senator, because that's what we have to do. We have to visualize it. We have to see it. And we know we have worked for it. We're not taking anything for granted. We've made those calls. We've told those voters to come out and vote. We're getting ready to go get them to make sure that they go out and vote on Tuesday. And it's because we want their votes to elect their next senator. We are not entitled to anything. We're not walking into anything. It has not been easy. I haven't worked in 7 months. I quit my job. My parents are paying my mortgage right now. It has absolutely been a whirlwind trip. And it's never been about, as our chairman said, the other person, or even about me. It's about District 33 and what District 33 needs. The basic, common things we all want. We want a safe, good, happy life for us and for our children. That's what it's all about. So you have all kept me going. Your energy, your love, embracing me, knocking on doors with me, giving me advice, teaching me things, letting me ask questions. That has all kept me going. And I appreciate every single one of you.
We appreciate you.
And we are going to celebrate big on Tuesday. Thank you. District 33, let's go.
All right. In the words of John F. Kennedy, ask not what your country can do for you, but what can you do for your country? Ask not what your candidate can do for you, but in the next couple of days, what can you do for your candidate? How many doors can you knock? Make it a competition. We like to compete, right? We like to make things happen. Find a friend, find a buddy, find a partner. How many can you knock? How many can you call? Make it a competition. The winner gets a something. The winner gets
democracy.
The winner gets, we all get democracy. But whatever it is, y'all work that on your own. But again, we need you out there. Go see Sam to cut some turf. He's got it out there. We want to give a big shout out to Lou Goldstein, who is in support. Vice Chair Lou Goldstein. Yeah! Big shout out to Lou. And so, as we close, we just got to make sure we bring this home. We continue the hard work, and we continue to fight. And we got to make sure we thank the team, the hard-working team. Migs, thank your team, because we're not here without our team.
Absolutely. The team, man. We've been through it. Y'all there. Aisha, Sam, Nanette. There's Amanda. She is. What am I missing? Where's Jason?
Jason Lately! Jason Lately! Jason Lately!
And y'all know, and everybody. I'm saving my big thank you speech, Jamal, but Jason Lately is the heart of this campaign. Love you, man. Brother forever. And friends in real life. After this is over, we friends in real life. So, I can't say thank you enough. We need to go out. We need to work. Let's make it happen so we really can celebrate big on Tuesday. We're going to celebrate Riverdale. Is Riverdale ready? Is Riverdale ready? I hope Riverdale's ready because they're getting a big deal. Senator. Big time. Big energy. Bronx energy. Latina. We're going to make it happen.
Ladies and gentlemen, the Honorable Louis Goldstein.
Let me say this. As a gay man with a disability, also an animal rights activist, I am so happy that come November, technically, we're going to see Miguelia as a member of the New York State Senate, and my state senator will be Natalia Fernandez.
Wepa!
We have Jamal. Thank you. I know my community, our communities, will be represented very, very well. Get the vote out on Tuesday, if you haven't voted yet. Our good friend from Westchester, fantastic. Richie was Congress, Jeffrey,
Yeah, Luke Osteen! You've been blessed. Jason Lately, Jason Lately, Jason Lately.
Blah, blah, blah.
Sam!
We have 3 days left to brag about how hard we worked for Miguelina. Come find me. I'm going to give you a list, and we're going to knock on some doors, make some phone calls, and stand in some street corners to reach people, to reach voters. Thank you. Please come find me. Let's get the vote out.